we have a boulder show coming up. So, step number 1, cut out a stencil of the boulder just like that. Step number 2, powder graphite. So it's all the same techniques, but how you put it on is a little bit different. So for the boulder right here, wad it up down, come in here, kind of crunch it in, and it doesn't have to be neat because imperfections will make it look like a boulder texture. So come in here, tap that in there a little bit. Went right over the cliff. I'll go a little bit darker on the sides over here and crunch it in. So I'm just getting like a really rough texture. All right, phase 1 is complete. Now for the boulders, what you want to do is you want to make sure you have like nice highlights. So with the geometric edge, I'll come in there and start erasing out highlights. It's like we did the mountain. The difference with this and a mountain though, is that instead of smooth, I'm using the sharp edge of the eraser. It's a nice little edges on it. Come out here, another little bump. And fade it out a little bit. But once again, for rocks, when you erase, you actually want those hard edges. The bottom of the rock comes out here a little bit. So I'm kind of just doing it bits at a time so you can see it, how fast it is to get like basic values. Then I'll crunch this down. A little lump right here. And I'll smooth this out just a little bit. Well, my rock has like almost too many bumps to it. And I'll smooth that out just a titch. Once again, you don't need to erase it first, just go back over it. All right, the rock is done. Now I'll take a layout pencil, got the basic values. Now I'll go in and I'll add some cracks. I'll highlight here. I'm gonna go into this. Start with a hard edge line and lightly fade it going up. Lightly fade. I'll add some other details to it here, like right here on the side. Just a little line. That'll fade. Start with a hard edge line, then it's faded out a little bit. And like I said, all these techniques are really fast. As long as you guys are watching these things. So if you try to invent how to do stuff on your own, it's kind of hard, it takes a while. A lot of work. But you don't do that much pencil. So if you do a lot of pencil work in your shading, like hand drawing it, you're in for a long, painful process. But if you treat everything like hair, basic values, erase out the highlights, add some shadows, everything will be fast. All right, so I got the basics here. All right, got some cracks in there. Now I'm gonna go back in, add some hardcore cracks. Going all the way down. A little crack in the rock there, maybe another little crack rock over here. Next to the cracks, I'll also add some weed. Crack rock and weed show. Alright, so then I got the rock kind of basic. I don't like this really dark section there. Lighten that up a titch. Other textures in there. That's better. Alright, so I got the rocks done. How long was that? That was like a minute. Alright, rock is done. Next up, do a silhouette.